Lima 324 Docks 911 76 Mama Burger Shot.
My computer won't play music.
1010.
On a 276 SMH 247s.
Great, there's all these clowns running out.
What was the name?
That's a bold statement coming from a guy with a comb.
Negative. He's DOC. He's just special because he is just Carmine, so he has to wear that uniform.
Okay.
No, that's a DOC uniform.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like.
Okay, so you've never done bail before?
Nope, never.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I thought you had done it before.
Whoa.
I'll handle it. It's no worries.
Okay, I mean, I'm happy to help. I just was like scrambling because last minute
Yeah, no worries.
and not
No.
one.
I thought you had done bail before. It's fine.
No, I hadn't.
So it's similar to parole conditions.
Carmine.
But they need to be able
We're
to
not a prison,
offer
this is her
something
house.
up or have someone pay for it. So.
Okay. Yeah, I've never done any of that ever. So. Also, Scarlet Winters wanted to be here. I told her I didn't think that she should stand up here, given her.
No,
yeah,
I don't
that's
want her
that's
here.
what I thought. Okay.
I
I'll
don't
just
know
let her
if you
know.
look through the text message. No, she's not allowed here.
No, I haven't gone
No.
through those.
Yeah, no, there are pictures of her in those text messages as part of her tarot cards. She has these tarot cards, and Scarlet Winters shows up in the tarot cards as like a drawing for it.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Wouldn't be the first time, trust me.
Excuse me, pardon me, pardon me.
Do you have any iPads?
I'm sure it's happened before.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Fuck, it's fine.
Hey, Carmine. Long no see.
Wait, I've got. Oh, I kind of need it.
You're fine. You're
Sorry,
fine. I know I woke up with a bad back. I was hoping there might be some pain meds or something. It's okay.
I've been decorating all day.
Yeah, good for you.
Do you need something to drink? Because I got pumpkin spice latte and don't technically need it right now. I'm good, thank you. Okay.
I'm right here, Deputy Jones.
How's it going? It's been a while.
Hey, Joan, she's over there.
Carmine, you still have a job?
Hello, Mr. Costello.
Of course I do.
Winsong,
Like,
have you had
I'm
enough
like
time
herpes.
to meditate?
I thought you were gonna say like a
Yeah, I'm good.
cockroach, but I mean, I guess that works.
Are both parties
used-
fully
I used
present
to
and
be
ready, or
something.
do
I
you need
used to
any
be-
time?
Your Honor, we'll just need 5 minutes.
24 to 1010 down at Buccaneer Docks.
Carmen, can I have a discussion with my counsel, please?
Okay, all right.
Thank
I
you.
have no involvement in this, so it doesn't really matter if
Sebastian,
I
you
hear
have 5
anything.
minutes.
Yeah,
if you
but
need to
okay, I'm
speak.
telling you as Assistant State Attorney, I'm going to be speaking to my officers. I
thank
need you
you,
to step
Your
away. Thank you.
I'm here on bailiff duties. That means
Carmine.
it's my house. Like, okay,
Politely,
okay.
fuck off.
Carmine.
Okay. So
The police don't even like you, Carmine.
have either of you looked through any of the text? Well, I know Scully hasn't. Have you looked through any of the text messages that we received, Jones?
No.
True, some of them.
Okay,
Oh, I saw that
so-
she
You're
wrote the
talking about
lyrics and
the-
stuff like
from the-
that.
We got
Hold
the
on.
results from the subpoena, and I
Sir,
already
can
went
you
through
give
it.
us-
4-5
Can you
traffic,
give us-
black and colored bison occupied 3 times, 2 clowns.
So TLDR, she
Southbound
admits in the
Elgin
text
near
messages that she
Polaris.
killed him, and she would, in all caps, do it again.
Yeah, I know. I think that
she-
we try to go hold Winsong, but we allow Lily to go. We don't contest her bail. I think we contest Winsong's.
Yeah, that's fine. What I want for the conditions, no contact order with any of the victims' families, any of the victims. So that would be Tips, Sooty, any of the clowns. I don't think they should be in contact with Happy the Clown since he was an observer, as well as it is stated by our what is it? Our attempted sealed witness. That he is a catalyst to the violent behavior of Winsong. I want $1 million bail for Winsong. I think Lily, we can do 500,000. And then they need to put up some sort of collateral as well as typical 311, et cetera, et cetera. So, does anyone have any okay, cool.
But we're on the same page about contesting Winsong.
Yes, yeah, I'll contest it.
We might have to insert. Can we insert evidence at a bail hearing?
We can attempt to. I can ask for a
maybe we
motion
could
of evidence.
we should maybe motion to add the single like the subpoena Just we could like take a picture of the result and just quote that.
Yep.
I might as well serve her with the subpoena at that point. I mean, we delayed notice.
She's
15
already been
days.
served.
Oh, she's already been served.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I got it, I analyzed I went and did our thing that we have through MCU, which is like a special Excel sheet that gives us the names and numbers, and I can go through and mark it. I should be in the case file. I'll link it to you, but I marked what was. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I didn't know.
And I read it.
Okay, cool.
I thought you meant your text to me. I didn't realize what you were talking about.
No. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm good to proceed.
All right, perfect.
All right, I had started to put that together, so...
Your Honor, the people are ready.
Oh, thanks. We actually...
Sorry about that.
Sorry, excuse me.
Can you speak up, Your Honor?
We actually need that up here, so thank you.
Are you and your clients ready?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
All right, and I am calling
It's gonna be all right, Lily.
bail hearing in
Thank you.
session. Today is September 27th, 2023. The time is 9:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a bail hearing for one Lily Night Sky and one Georgina Winsong Williams.
Yeah, I'm muting things.
I thought this was like the thing.
With
My
both
music is not
defendants
working.
petitioning for bail, prosecution, do you have any objections or restrictions you wish to outline?
Partially, Your Honor. We will not be contesting or objecting to Lily Knight's or Miss Night Sky's bail. We do have suggested conditions concerning her bail. We will, however, be contesting and objecting to Miss Williams' bail.
Okay, seeing as you are contesting Miss Williams' bail, let's start with her. On what grounds are you objecting to her? Bail?
Are we able to motion to add evidence at this time? I can
my
add a
stuff isn't
singular
working.
image to be placed on the board as a starter for conditions for objecting to bail.
I can put that on the board, yes.
Let me guess, they didn't tell you you were supposed to be here until last minute? Yup.
Which is Miss Georgina Williams' text messages between.
In fact, I thought it was going to be here for
September 24th
Fate.
and 26th, 2023, and then we'll be motioning to add the People's C, Miss Georgina Williams' calls between September 24th and 26th, 2023. The subpoena has been confirmed and served to their counsel, Mr. Sebastian Birch. Give me a moment, and I will get the image to you.
Your Honor, are we trying this case right now? I don't understand why we're adding evidence to a bail hearing.
Your Honor, I'm not adding the evidence to the bail hearing. I'd like to add the evidence for the trial going forward, but because the evidence was received less than 12 hours ago, I believe it is relevant to the bail hearing. Obviously, you as the court are able to determine whether that to be sufficient.
Yep, because it is a bail hearing and you feel that it is paramount to why you wish this to be contested, and I am not the judge who will be presiding over this trial. I will allow you to send it to me to look at, and if I believe that it is indeed relevant to your argument.
I took the photo. Do you want everything
I
that's
will allow it to
there,
be
or
put on
just
the
I'm sending specifically the lyrics in her text message to Happy that talk about doing it again.
Perfect. What about the ones that says 5 years, 500K? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that
If-
one's very
if-
relevant too.
If you want to email that to me, that's perfectly fine.
All right, got you.
And I'll go ahead and do it. So, Your Honor, this will be the first image. This will be line 172
Yeah, I didn't have time to grab
in,
everything.
the People's B.
This is going to be
Okay, I can see why it's pertinent to your case, but I do not see how this should make or break an argument for bail. I believe you can make your argument without it.
Perfect. Upon the receipt of certain evidence, we believe after further investigation, the people planned on not contesting any of the bail. Upon receiving this evidence, it is very clear and prevalent that Ms. Williams has violent tendencies, especially triggered and having been a catalyst through her partner, Happy to Clone. We do not believe that it would be beneficial to the people of San Andreas or possibly to any of the any of the hurt vicarious victims or through our sealed witness for Miss Williams to be out on street until trial. If Miss Williams is to be let on bail, we have conditions that are similar to Lily Night Sky, which we are to list immediately. Outside of typical bail conditions, 311, having a contact an officer, no weapons of any kind, no illegal drugs of any kind, we are asking that both Lily Night Sky and Miss Williams to have any citations, traffic citations, or misdemeanors or felonies be a violation of their bail based on the severity of the charge, since we're looking at a first-degree murder and accomplice to first-degree murder charge. We are asking for bank monitoring for Miss Williams. We are asking for a... bear with me just a moment. We are asking for a $1 million bail payoff for Miss Williams and a $500,000 bail payoff for Miss Night Sky.
And no contact
Sorry, can you
with
just repeat
the
those
clowns
amounts?
and grapeseed and stuff.
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Could you repeat those amounts for me, please?
Yes, $1
So-
million for Miss Georgina Williams and $500,000 for Miss Lily Night Sky. We also have a request for a no contact order, but Your Honor, I don't know if that's something that we're able to do within the state of San Andreas, so I wanted to propose the idea before stating it.
Okay, I believe a no contact order can at least be negotiated between parties to find a common middle ground. So if you'd like to put it forward.
Yes, ma'am. We wish for both defendants to have any contact with Happy the Clown, as he is a witness to, as he is a purported witness to the murder, as well as very clearly a catalyst to Miss Williams's anger. We are also asking for a no contact order with any of the other members of what is considered the clowns or the clownsel. We want a no contact order for any of the victim's family, especially Sooty Ganwich. We are asking for them
And Richard
to
Tibbs.
and Officer Richard Tibbs, since he was injured during the incident. We are also asking for the quasi banning to stay away from grapeseed through the duration of the parole, since that is the common ground where all of these members live and to reside and work.
Okay, is that the extent of the conditions that you're requesting?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Birch, can you start with telling me why Miss Williams should not be considered a threat if let out on bail?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, if we pull up Winsong's criminal record, let's call it sparse. There's no major offenses. She's no history of events like this in the past, and there's nothing to indicate that that would happen again in the time between now and a trial. Aside from this one event, she's been an upstanding member of the community for a long time, run, a successful and pivotal business in the city. And yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a history of this. There's no reason for her to be locked away until, well, who knows how long. Just because there's some text messages between her and Happy.
Just because there's some text messages. it's
Williams, is
I'd
there
do it
anything you can
again.
say on your own behalf to assuage the prosecution of their fears?
I guess I'm not sure what the fears are. Like that I would...
They are afraid that you will be violent and a danger to society based
Yep,
on
Ezerk.
your behavior.
She doubled down
surrounding
multiple
this
times.
incident.
I mean, aside from this incident, I think I'm the biggest promoter of peace and not violence.
Yeah, those song lyrics
that I
really
can think
paint a
of,
story of
really.
peace, not violence.
Right there, yeah, she wears a wonderful mask of nonviolence.
I mean, I protest for peace. I advocated for it for a very long time.
You shoot someone in the face 3 times.
I I even paint peace
Yeah.
signs on my face. You know, like
After looking at the text messages, it really
I definitely
she doesn't give a
believe that
fuck.
every conflict can be
I-
resolved with
I felt
diplomacy.
a lot of remorse for feeling remorse for her. And
Am I able to bring
shouldn't
up that
listen
like
to you.
this was all
Incident,
planned? Like, or is
yeah,
that like
we
getting
can
too
argue
much in
that.
the trial?
I would
No,
say
no, no.
is
We can argue that the charge is
heavily
first
a
degree
one-off.
murder, but it's not going to matter for the argument for the. I don't think it will matter for the bail. I don't think she'll
Okay,
consider
is
it.
there anything that you can, or you would like to offer to prosecution to help allay their fears and
Oh, I see what she's doing, so we don't.
instill
So we can easily
confidence
just
that you will
not
maintain order and be
object to the
on your
bail.
best behavior should you be given bail?
Well, I'd offer my trailer, but I hear it's gotten blown up, so it sounds like violent tendencies aren't only in my ballpark. But I got a house. I can offer that.
Your
on the
Honor,
beach.
Your Honor, we have a suggestion if we could.
What is your suggestion, Counselor?
If Ms. Williams agrees to community service, obviously we're not asking for an everyday community service, but community service with her bail officer during the duration prior to trial, then we'd be more than happy to revoke withdraw the objection to bail.
I thought we weren't going to give her bail.
Okay, what is the nature of the community
They're gonna give her
service you have
bail.
in mind?
Specifically, I believe that there is a lot of issues with trash and graffiti. I believe that quite literally cleaning up the streets would be sufficient, but it should be within the nature of whatever incident happens to be going on around that day. As you are aware, Los Santos is very chaotic and volatile. One day there could be graffiti all over a building, and another could be completely white, washed over with paint thinner. Whatever the nature of the specifics of the community service, it should be based specifically to a community in an area.
Okay. And in mention of a bail officer, do you have bail officers in mind?
Do
for
either
both
of you wish to be
defendants?
officers?
I'll do it.
I don't mind. Yeah, either one.
We are looking to have both Deputy Shane Jones and Deputy Scully down, the officers to my right and to my left, respectively, to be their bail officers, so that they do not have to rely on one deputy to reach out to if one happens to be quite busy that day.
Okay. All right. Mr. Birch, you've heard.
So based on the
terms set forth by the
questioning,
prosecution. Would you
based
like
on her
time to
questioning
discuss
to
them
Winsong is
with
why
your
I
clients?
suggested the community service option, because she's probably gonna give her bail anyway. But this looks better on us
Yeah, Your
for
Honor,
trial.
just like 30 seconds.
Does that make
Right.
sense?
All right, and you have all the
Because
notes
she's probably gonna get
of
bail
what
anyway.
they're
So
asking, not just
Uh,
the community service, correct?
Yeah. Normal bail conditions plus no citations, misdemeanors, bank monitoring for Winsong, $1 million for Georgina to show up to trial, $500K for Lily to show up to trial, no contact order with Happy, the clown's victim's family, and Grapeseed as a whole.
Oh, we should say if we want
that
her out that we want
Alright,
monitoring
so
on
if
her
you'd like,
or
I will give
subpoenas,
you
open subpoenas
until
on her phone.
9:25 Eastern
It's
Standard
probably-
to discuss
it's
this
pro-
with your clients. You can come
Okay.
back
Too late?
and we can discuss it further.
Your Honor, just to be clear, it's traffic citations, misdemeanors, and felonies. I just want to make sure that
Oh.
that's on the list.
The felonies are part of general
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
control conditions.
I know I'm just covering my grounds.
Yep, I understand.
Thank you. We should have asked that
Sebastian, I'm putting
beforehand.
this into
I don't.
recess for the next
That's a good
5
idea,
minutes.
but
You
I
have
mean,
time to
if we
discuss
believe
this
her
with your
to
clients.
have
you, Your
contact and Happy at any point, we can subpoena for it anyway. So
Okay.
if that subpoena was written so generally, if they're willing to approve that subpoena based on what I wrote, then I think we can get
Which
their
judge approved
information
it?
anyway. Huh? I mean, based on her evidence anyway, the text messages that she had, it's like she had a cell phone in jail. I mean, that doesn't matter. But
I almost think we, based upon the evidence that we have there, we change our plea deal. I don't know if I'm comfortable
100%.
doing 6-6
Nope.
with her now.
Nope. I 100%.
I want to
agree.
do a minimum 9.
And that includes
Like-
time served. Nah, fuck this. She has no remorse whatsoever
No.
for murdering someone. And
I
I don't want to
agree.
be malicious.
Lily
but
does.
like,
I'm down to do continuous on Lily and give her 3 years parole plea deal. With like a $200,000 fine or whatever we decide. But Winsong,
No,
I am-
she's I'll do it again and I don't care about consequences. As everything that she wrote down in her text
Correct.
messages.
So I want to kind of go hard on Winsong now. I was like really like
Counselor
thinking
Birch, we can hear your client. We're gonna move over a little bit further, just letting you know. What were you saying, Jones? I'm sorry.
After reading all that, I just have no desire to work with her. And I've been
No,
friends with
not at all.
Winsong for a very long time, but I'm sorry,
Uh-uh.
but that's just unacceptable.
No, I was literally in shock. You can't see the emails that I sent out to the rest of the major crimes unit, but I'm sure Scully can vouch for me for being shocked at 4 a.m. when I received the information at 1 a.m. Finally reading through the fucking text messages, and just I was utterly flabbergasted, Jones. Like honestly,
Yeah.
I could not fucking. Because the thing is, I've worked with Winsong too, and like she puts up such a good front of being this kind, gentle person. I just, holy fuck, I love my job.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
Hey Ripley, we're at a bail hearing right now for Winsong and Lily. I got some updates for you. Winsong texted. Yeah, Sooty's here. Yep. Winsong texted Happy and said, pretty much 5 years, 500K fine. I don't give a fuck. And then wrote a whole song saying that she'd do it again. So plea deal's off the table with her. If we do plea, it's going to be for hire. We're not going to do 6-6. If you're okay with that. Yeah, for Winsong. Yeah, Lily, we're not gonna go hard on, but with Winsong, like putting this in text and lyrics and stuff like that, she's just showing zero remorse for what she did. So why would we go easy on her? So I think we'd start our, if she wants to still plea, we do like 9-9 to start. And we wouldn't work lower than that. Yeah, it's already in deliberation. But if you want to come and hear exactly what happened, we did $1 million for Winsong, 500K for Lily, no contact with victims or the clowns, including Happy, and then just like general parole conditions from there. Sorry, bail conditions. So that's pretty much the scoop. Pretty disappointing that Winsong was texting stuff like that, though. I could send you a copy of the subpoena if you'd like. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, we being the fact it was Winsong, we're like, okay, let's kind of take a little bit easy on it. But if you're going to like put shit like that in writing, we just, it'd look bad on the PD to go easy on somebody that's, you know, about to drop a song probably, saying, hey, yo, I did that shit and I'd do it again. So we'll talk. I want you there for the plea deal, especially with Winsong, because you are the AO. So bail, I mean, they give bail for everybody pretty much. So there's not much we can do to really stop it.
We're good.
Oh, hey. Jesus,
The
you
gun
can't be
out?
strapped.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, is it my gun is still? What the hell?
Yeah.
I was.
Listen, you
That's
get
because
used to it.
you-
You're
Oh,
HPT.
there we go.
Yeah, you get used to it.
There we go. Okay, so what did Sudi say in her like impact statement?
We didn't. No impact statements for bail hearings. They don't do that.
Yeah, they do.
They didn't wait. So he didn't so he didn't say anything for impact statements, but no, she's so Gatsby's. This is her first bail hearing, so she kind of just skipped over the impact statement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were very clear when Bass.
What did he say?
I don't know.
Yeah,
what
no,
it said.
we are allowed for them. She just didn't bring it
Okay.
up. If you guys want, I can ask to have an impact statement if you'd like from her.
It might be
'Cause I
a little
think-
late, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I
I
can
feel
ask.
like it's late now.
That's all right.
All right, are both sides ready to continue?
I have one question, Your Honor, before you proceed.
Yep.
So very commonly we're allowed to have impact statements. I don't know if that's something that we're able to do. You didn't call for them, so I didn't know if you weren't allowing them or if we were able to allow them from impact statements from either side.
Impact statements are allowed. I just wanted to hear both sides' arguments before moving
Yes, sir.
forward
Oh,
with
yes, ma'am.
anything else.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're going to call this back into session. Sebastian, you have had time to communicate with your
Hey, Sody.
clients what is expected, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what are their responses, their concerns, your arguments moving forward?
I'll just roll through them. So our first concern is citations and misdemeanors. That I believe is overly harsh and has led to, in my opinion, in the past has led to police targeting individuals who especially have a misdemeanor citation limit on them, and makes it overly easy for them to get sent back to prison for almost literally nothing. If an officer is looking for it, they can almost always find something to arrest you for. And them jaywalking or speeding has nothing to do with the crimes they're alleged of, and it has nothing to do with the way they're trying to handle their bail conditions or not. I don't care about felonies, like I'm happy to have that included, but misdemeanors and citations I believe it's overly restrictive and doesn't provide any actual benefit.
Yeah, it's fine. Also, the fact that it's first degree murder.
Your Honor, the people would like to rebut to that.
You know what? I'll entertain it.
We'd be willing to entertain the traffic stops not being on there, but misdemeanors, I think it's very easy to not break the law. We would not be willing to remove. We'd not be able to remove the misdemeanors from our part and our proposition for this, due to the fact that, misdemeanors it's quite simple to be a law-abiding citizen.
Furthermore, Your Honor, obviously the violation of bail for any misdemeanor or felony would have to be run by a judge. So if they believe that there's a malicious officer that's providing a, excuse me, sorry.
No worries. Take a drink if you need it.
Sorry. So if they believe that the malicious officer, if a judge believes that a malicious officer is providing a misdemeanor that's simply 1 to 5 months, we believe that the court and the Department of Justice would be able to determine whether that would be a violation of bail.
Okay. Your rebuttal is noted for consideration.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Sebastian, your concerns are just as so noted. I will keep them in mind in consideration of any bail. And my final decision, is there anything else that you would like to bring forward as a subject of discourse between their demands and your wishes?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about the dollar amounts that they're looking for in exchange. I believe in exchange for them not showing up to trial.
Scully, do you want to rebut this?
We'd be
I don't know how
at something like I don't want to not have there be
for
any
Lily Night
penalty,
Sky.
obviously.
It's
Although
all
there's
first degree
no
murder,
intention
so
for
it
me to
should be a
try
high
to,
penalty for not
try
showing
and
up to
skip
trial.
out on a trial.
It
So
also,
we'd be looking at
she's also an owner of
300,000 as the overall amount for Winsong.
Winsong's also
and
owner of one of the most
200,000 as
lucrative
overall amount for
businesses.
Lily.
Is she still the owner? I know she was having. Okay.
Yes.
That is a significant reduction for Miss Williams. Is there justification for that?
That's a good point.
I mean, I would say that there may not have been justification for that dollar amount in the first place. But again, Winsong has a clean record.
If you don't want to, Scully, that's
she's
perfectly fine. I can do
no
it.
indication
No, it's fine.
that
It's,
she's
no, it's fine.
drank about any of her
I just need.
responsibilities in the
Yeah,
past.
yeah.
Of
No, I'll
course.
do it.
No worries.
And
What I'm doing is
don't
I'm
see
trying to
any
reassure
reason
you.
that
I have
she's
all
gonna wanna
confidence
go
that
on
you
the
can.
run,
But I'm
to
trying to be a
avoid
team
a
player
trial
and
for
reassure
this.
you that says, hey, I'm not trying to force you to do it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Miss Williams, Miss Night Sky, do both of you provide me with consent to look at your bank records to assess what would be a fair and equitable bond for bail?
Yeah.
Make sure you're yelling, Lily.
Yeah, sorry, I can't. If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I give consent.
Okay. Miss Williams, would you give consent as well?
Yes.
Your Honor, may the people rebut the amounts?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm interested in hearing the argument, so go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, due to the fact that first-degree murder is such a severe charge, the people believe that the consequences for not attending the trial should likewise be severe. In regards to Miss Williams, as far as people are aware, she is an owner of one of the most lucrative businesses here in the state. So we do not think that it would make sense to go reducing her bail. But as for Lily, also it's a very severe crime that impacts a lot of people in irreversible ways.
And to clarify, the business is Smoke on the Water.
Yes, for Miss Williams.
What? Okay.
Okay, I will again keep that in consideration from both sides. Sebastian, continue with your concerns and conditions.
One moment, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah. I just want to offset that, Your Honor. With the recent opening or reopening of White Widow and the court case that eventually got thrown out against Smoke on the Water, it doesn't make as much money as it seems. It's not raking in millions every day. And they pay their employees very well.
If it was raking in millions every day, then we'd have to set the bail at like 50 million.
Well, that's the thing is they don't pay $1 million; they pay 10% of that. So you pay $100,000 and
Yeah, that's not
$50,000.
him.
Unless they show up to trial, which
both
we're going to
of
be
them,
plea
but
dealing
especially
anyway.
for
But they have
Lily.
to put the fights.
So I want to talk about the no contact orders. So first of all, we are fine with no contact with Sooty or Tips. That is reasonable based on the case, and we have no problem with that. From Lily's side, the outside of that, the clowns are, basically her friends and family, and cutting her off from them.
For Lily,
would
I'd be down
cut
to
her off from a
not have the
significant
no
source of
contact with the
support
clowns.
that she has in the city.
You agree?
There was nothing.
Yep, I'm
targeted
fine with
directly against
lighter
the
stuff for
clowns.
Lily
Lily
as well.
has no vendetta or anything against them. Outside of this, this stuff that took place, she is a member of the clowns, and I don't think it's fair for her to be excluded from them or from Grapeseed. Outside of, if Sooty or Tips are there, then obviously she would vacate the area and won't contact directly. But I think it's
Your Honor,
unfair to her.
We're willing to rescind that for Lily, but not for Winsong.
Okay, so you're willing to allow for Lily to have contact with the clowns.
With the clowns, but
Correct.
not Sooty, Gamwich, and Richard Tips. Those are two that are no contact.
Yeah, those I am considering separate from the clowns.
And then from Winsong's side, actually, give me 1 second, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Are you okay with the restriction on the clowns and Grapeseed? Okay, so from Winsong's side, we'd like to talk about the no contact order with Happy. Winsong is engaged to Happy, has children with Happy, runs businesses with Happy, and having no contact is.
I can rebut this really easy.
Would be very difficult to maintain and would be detrimental to both of them. He is, I would say, a large part of her support system. And just day-to-day operations of the business means that no matter what, they need to come into contact with each other.
Your Honor, first and foremost, all those children are adult children. They don't share any sort of specific custody. They don't live in a specific home. There are no minor children that are going to need to share or specific custody rotation or anything along those lines. Secondly, there are no rights when it comes to marriage or any sort of relationship when it comes to the state in San Andreas. In fact, there's probably less rights than there exists in the rest of the continental and remaining territories of the United States. Finally, it's extremely obvious and common practice or common understanding that both Happy to Clown and Miss Georgina Williams tend to bleed off of each other when it comes to violent tendencies. We do not believe that would behoove the people of San Andreas, nor do we believe that it would behoove her case. Not that it matters because we're not her counsel. We would be willing to rescind that no contact order with Happy to Clown if we have a permanent and consistent allowance for subpoenaing for her phone and bank records through the duration of the bail.
Good shit.
Obviously, with approved subpoena, and like we can't just just reach in and grab her phone record.
Correct. Okay, that is noted.
Now that was off the dome, Shame.
Anything to add?
Say again?
That was off the dome.
That was good. Because we forgot to mention that, and now we got that slid back in. I like it.
I got you.
No, Your Honor. As long as a judge, as long as they have some sort of reasonable or I guess probable cause for a subpoena to get the records, we'd be okay with that.
Well,
if it's
Your
literally
Honor,
just every day
That makes
they
it no
pull
different than any other subpoena ever.
without any reason, then I would think
we're not
that's
asking.
a violation
We're saying
of her,
a paper trail. We're not saying with.
Your Honor, we're not saying with a typical probable cause. We're asking this as a rescindance of the no contact order with the person we believe to be a catalyst for Miss Williams' violent behavior. It would be a typical bail conditions when it comes to receiving contacts, such as the People versus Cap Terra Nova et al.
Okay, that's noted.
It'd more be a paper trail for
I will say that.
That's all it would be.
Yeah.
I was just stating that the written subpoena would be basically put it like this. In this case, we'd be asking for consent to do that. The subpoena that would be submitted to the DOJ would be to reference this bail hearing and the consent that would have been given as a part of the negotiations of bail.
Okay.
We don't want to violate Miss Williams' rights to the point of where she doesn't know when we're pulling them. We believe that she deserves to know when we're pulling them, but we do want to have access, free reign to it during the bail.
Okay, that's noted.
Yeah, I think I would counter argue two things on that. One, there's one incident that involves Winsong and Happy that we're looking at right now. If you look at her you look at her record, there's clearly not a history of this happening between them. And then on the subpoena side, I would, if we're not going to go probable cause, I'd like to at least have them have a reasonable suspicion that there is detrimental contact between them and not just free
I don't
reign.
think we need to rebut. But if you want to rebut, I think we'll be fine.
I mean, I almost want to bring up the nature of the text messages that they've had, but
she
rejected
it.
The last thing, I'm not sure if this was in the request or not. I have it in my notes, but I don't know if I pre-wrote it or not. But is the prosecution requesting a no contact order between Winsong and Lily?
There's no request for as such, Your Honor.
Okay. Then that is.
I don't think we need to force it personally.
I don't think Lily wants to talk to her.
Correct.
Both sides have more or less negotiated what they both would feel agreeable, which I will take into consideration in formulating any final bail conditions. Final step that I want for considering bail conditions is to hear the impact statements that have been provided for this hearing. So prosecution, if you would start with.
Yes, we'd like to call Sooty. The people would like to call Sooty Gamwich.
Okay, go ahead.
She's in the stands right now. Sooty, you want to come up and give a victim impact statement? She is the daughter of the victim in the alleged crime.
Okay, Sooty,
Alleged my ass.
Please. tell
You gotta say
me
alleged.
how
I
you feel
know.
about prospect of the two defendants receiving bail and anything else.
We all
that
know
you'd
she
like the
fucking
court
did it.
to know for
She
consideration.
do it, even if she didn't do it.
She fucking said she did it.
I guess if I'm honest, I
bet
don't
she'd do it
really know
again.
how to feel anymore. I'm lost and very tired. And the two people in front of me here are people that I really care a lot about, which really hurts. The last couple of months have left me kind of completely whirling, and it's unfortunately been in no small part due to Winsong and Happy's relationship. Every time the toxicity gets too much, their attempts to suck out the venom keeps leaving me as the one that gets burned. Last time they got into a fight, I lost my marriage as the result. This time I lost my mom. And nearly my partner too.
Oh, this is helping us a ton.
So what's next? What next do you want to take from me? Your twin flames are so fucking bright that they burn everyone else around the Windsong, and I'm so tired of having to rebuild the wreckage from what you two wrought.
Go City.
That's all I can think.
Oh.
That's all I have.
Thank you, City. I appreciate you taking the time to speak.
Thank you.
Prosecution? Anyone else?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to speak on my behalf.
Okay. Step forward.
Don't
when you're
conflict
ready.
yourself here.
I'm not. Your Honor, I'll be speaking as Samantha Sanders. I normally don't advocate for the revocation of bail, even as a state attorney. Everyone knows how much I fight against the death penalty and against capital punishment, and I push further than probably the rights for people allow. It's not in evidence, but simply just after reviewing and looking over everything, there's not been a time in my life where I would ever consider someone to need to stay away from the public, especially specifically away from their spouse. But even if it's, it honestly shocked me. I thought I knew Winsong as a person, but apparently I didn't. I'm genuinely afraid for both of them and the public, and I do hope that you take that into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sanders. Anyone else to be speaking on your side?
No, Your Honor. The people rest.
All right. Sebastian, do your clients have anyone who would like to speak for them?
The DOJ is well
give
aware
me
of my
one
opinion and
moment, Your Honor, if you
stances for
don't mind.
things. So, hell, I've advocated against the death penalty for my own fucking cases. When I was in Columbia, in the Columbia Law Review of 2017, I wrote a 7.5-page dissertation paper based on the abolishment of capital punishment, specifically the death penalty. So,
Well, I can tell you this. As much as I absolutely appreciate everything you do, I believe in capital punishment for certain crimes. And I also killed Jasper Saxon.
I'm starting to believe
Legally.
the same. Yeah. No, I'm
I
starting
pulled
to
the
believe
trigger against the wall.
I was just having this conversation
We're gonna
earlier
have
today.
Arlo Moonbeam come up.
Don't tell anybody I did that, by the
Arlo,
way.
I'm not. Arlo shows up a fuck ton in her text messages, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He
yeah,
said he's a co-owner
hi.
at Smokes.
My name's Arlo. Look, I don't have an impassioned argument like Sudi has, and I understand that she's very hurt right now. But what I can tell you a little bit about is about who Georgina Winsong and Lily are. They are very valuable coworkers, and they're part of what keeps an establishment, maybe even an institution like Smoke on the Water running. And it's gonna be really hard on a business that values its employees very well, that prioritizes equitable profit sharing. Man, we're a co-op, and I don't know how we can keep running without Winsong. She's
If their
part of what
business
keeps
can't
the whole
run for a
machine
couple
going.
of weeks, then it's not a business.
And Lily is a phenomenal supervisor who trains our
it's
new
a faltering
employees.
shelter.
It'd be really
That
hard
makes
for our
no
business
sense.
to
There's
keep,
how many people
keep
that
our
own it?
doors open and
4,
as
5.
welcoming
Yeah, so
as
then-
they
A
currently
fuck
are
ton.
without the both of them.
How could they not run it?
That's all I got.
1, 2, 3. 3 owners and numerous management. Actually, numerous owners.
Anyone
Holy
else
shit.
defense?
Hearing a dog whine.
Sebastian, word of advice. If the answer is one moment I need to discuss it, perhaps inform me that you've heard me and you need a moment to discuss it.
I'm sorry, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
my dogs are fed. I'm
Understood.
hearing in-game dogs whine. I think
I
they're
need
behind
one
the
moment to
bench.
discuss it, please.
Yes, that's okay.
Your Honor,
Yes, Deputy.
the people just want to make sure that he is not coaching this victim impact statement. I'm not making any accusations, but
I mean, Jones, you're welcome to stand here if you want.
Amazing.
I'm just asking if he feels comfortable or not. I think. Sorry, I didn't mean to have you walk over here, but I think we're going to be good to go, Your Honor. I think we'll leave it.
I
at
like
that.
Jones. He's good.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm
good
going
at this
hard
stuff.
on
Either
Winsong.
of you want to advocate for your own
Don't do that.
bail?
She'll obsess over you and then kill someone's mom, Jones.
Say that again, Your Honor.
Asking if Lily or Georgina would like to advocate for their own bail.
Understood, Your Honor.
We're both
Sorry.
tough to the table.
I thought you were talking to us.
Yeah, can we
I
have
would
them
like
on
to
top?
advocate for Lily's bail.
Okay. DOC, for the purposes of being able to present their own cases, could you uncuff both of them?
Sure thing.
I will take this opportunity for just the general warning I give everybody. If you run from my courtroom, contempt starts at 500 months, $500,000.
It's basically going to be that, you're going to talk about how you're not going to break.
And an immediate revocation of bail. I'd hope.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Oh shit.
Wait, who's this other lady?
That's Karen O'Fell. She's a legal aid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a previous.
She's been there the
criminal.
whole time.
Yeah, she's been there the whole time. We actually just passed the 60 days. It's fucking hilarious. Dan Faley was supposed to charge her with like 3 counts of drug trafficking because she had the biggest weed bust that's seen by the state in the last 6 months, but he forgot to in the last 60 days, so it's fucking passed. as
I
of
just
yesterday.
wanted to say that Lily
Anyway,
doesn't deserve this.
She reformed, obviously.
All
so.
she was doing is being a good
Jesus.
daughter and listening
Sounds like Dan better have gotten trouble.
to my demands.
I'll tell you later.
And probably didn't really even know what was going to happen next or the repercussions of what was going on. If I could take all of her punishment and bail and what all the shit,
Bundy trained him.
I would do that. Couldn't I do that?
No, you cannot.
Oh. Well, I deserve it. She doesn't.
Okay. Lily, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yeah.
Catch a W cop game show. Bryce Miller burglary.
Hi, I'm a really nice guy. And I'd like to say that I love my mom, but I am very angry at her for not explaining what was happening. And she knows that, and it's very clear. And that I promised that something like this would never happen on my accord. That's all I really have to say.
Okay, thank you. All right, are there any final comments from either side before I go back to deliberate.
You guys got anything?
I don't.
No,
Sanders,
Your
you got
Honor.
anything?
The people are good to proceed and wait for deliberation.
Okay. Mr. Birch?
No, I think we've presented our case.
All right, and I am calling this into recess while I go deliberate. Joyous, lucky you, Sebastian. Scarlet,
Aster
you
of
are
it
in
does?
charge
Really?
while I am in chambers.
Yes, ma'am.
You and Oscar.
Oh crap, Scarlet. you
Oh wait. So anyway, so Karen O'Fell grew like I think it was like 1,400 pounds of weed.
Oh my god.
Because she could. She never sold it.
Why?
And and then it's not me breaching client,
need to
attorney-client
meditate for a
privilege.
second.
She literally like talked about it in her interrogation. I just did it because, and then that's what she told me.
Jesus.
She never sold a bit of it. It's just she just did it for funsies, and then she wasn't charged for it because it just passed the 60 days. But I'm really glad she wasn't because she just made a stupid ass mistake, and now look at her. She's completely good. She hasn't done anything drugs. She's running a legit pawn shop.
She's not completely good. I had to sit in here for a bench trial for ages because she was picking people up fleeing from stuff. I can't even remember what it was. Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I had to sit there and get her on a bench trial for like 3 or 4 hours. It was something stupid like that.
When was this?
It was a couple weeks ago, I think. Like, I'm gonna look up.
She get charged?
Yeah. The judge ruled her guilty of obstruction of justice. I think we brought it down to
Why does
just
she have so many
obstruction rather than
bicycles?
felony. What?
Oh my god.
The
Look at her
judge said
profile.
that she was lucky we didn't push for felony obstruction because they would have ruled that.
Jesus.
Well, never mind. Take back everything I said. I thought she was reforming. Well, whatever. I mean, she's just like
I'm gonna
Emerson
call
at this
Tip.
point. Corrupt ass lawyer.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little black Westy. He's called Mop right now. Yeah, he's called Mop right now. But if you want to rename him, I think that. Yeah, Mop. Yeah, just let me know. What you want, Kieran?
She been boosting.
Yeah.
Vault a
yeah,
month
she does.
ago.
Wait, she what?
Well, I see her. Let me look at this. Vault.
Oh my god, why, Karen? Why are you doing this to me?
Oh no,
Oh,
she was the
God damn
victim.
it.
No, she's the victim here. It's all right. She was likely taken hostage, I think. Ruiner boost. She requested. She likes her bench
Should
trials.
we tell Winsong that I'm almost tempted. Do you think we still plea with Winsong, or do we think fuck it and we bring it to court?
Absolutely, we still play with Winsong. Fuck her. We'll start with like 25 years, and then we'll plead down from there and see if we can get over 10. And if we get like 15, I'm good to plea. But otherwise, like at this point, like once I submit the evidence, I'm gonna plea for.
That's a
like,
lot of evidence. Yeah.
It's a lot of guilt. Like what? I want to change the sentencing. I have a skirt on, Jones. Don't you dare.
That was not my intention. Sorry.
Okay.
I would not do that. You know,
I
am very
have shorts
professional.
on. I have shorts on. It's fine.
Okay. You actually,
not
I
dumb.
almost believed you had a skirt on for a second.
I do know that's a skirt, but I have shorts under the skirt.
Oh.
So. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm actually okay with like pushing for like life in prison with the possibility of parole for this. Like I don't think we should, but I'm at that point. I do want to raise it though. Like I do want to raise her recommended sentence.
I think minimum we should go for is 10 here.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't plea lower than 10.
Plus whatever time she's already spent.
I almost am considering not including that as continuous.
Yeah. I mean, we could just do 10 years. We don't have to do anything else. We don't have to add anything else. But sometimes
the
it
reason
looks
why
better.
I say that is because she like kind of was like in that room, like I didn't mean to, blah, 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 gets out of there and starts bragging about it. So
yeah.
nearly immediately too.
Yeah, that was like
And that would be part of our timeline.
a couple hours. Yeah, so she got a phone in prison too.
Well, yeah, because all the Sanguinians were in there.
Yep.
How bad is
But
all the
still.
crime right now? Are we getting a fuck ton of like calls or anything?
No,
or-
I think a lot of them don't want to fucking go back up there.
That's completely fair. We'll probably see something in like a week though. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually
Okay.
surprised how quiet dispatch has been while we've been doing this.
Let me actually look at the suggested sentencing.
I'm gonna have to reboot and everything because
Okay, so
It was 15 years, right?
I can't manipulate my audio at all.
I think we suggested 15 for Winsong. I'm honestly like good to double that based on the lack of remorse when it comes to killing her. Obviously, like that's not going to happen, but like that would be what we were asking for on the docket. But
yeah, both my Stream Deck and my
I may be
Galaxy are
conflicting
frozen.
myself out of that. So whatever you guys suggest, I'll lean into it.
Oh, and by the way, I'm pretty pissed at Saban for not reading that plea deal, and he's now out of prison. By the way.
Wait, who?
Fitzpat?
Siobhan?
Oh, did I? What did I call her?
You called her Siobhan. It's
Yeah,
Siobhan.
it's Siobhan.
It's an Irish.
Siobhan.
I'm gonna have to teach you about Irish names.
Yeah, it's not Siobhan, it's Siobhan. So wait, who's out of prison?
Benny,
Why is he out of prison?
because that's when the Sangunians get released. Like she's had this plea deal for.
Like 3 days.
Actually, no, you posted it last night at 12:40. It's actually not that long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Still, though, I feel like how long does it take to read a plea deal? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't.
And then what if it's denied? Like, I don't know. Now we have to we can't just go talk with the dude. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it's denied, they'll come back to us and be like, "This is what we don't like about it. We change it to whatever the DOJ wants us to change it to." We let Emerson and Sebastian know. They say yes or no. They basically confirm that we can just amend the document, and they confirm the e-signatures, and the judge signs. It's pretty easy. So
I'm about to talk to Sebastian.
all right. How you holding up, Scully?
That's fine. I just didn't know this was happening until right before it was happening, right?
I welcomed him to
Fine.
bail
So
here.
I don't know if you noticed, but we haven't heard back from the judge on that.
That's unfortunately most bail here. That's how it used to be. I'm glad they got away from it, but you got a taste of what it used to be, where it was like, oh shit, we're having it now.
Everybody else?
So I mean, we're still looking to keep it the way it is. I'm not really too concerned with the fact that he got out. But what I would ask is if they say no to it and they want some amenities to it. Please make sure.
How
that
bad are
he's
you
still
doing on
in
food?
communication with us, 'cause if he's not, we're gonna proceed with trial.
Actually, I'm okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll keep you updated.
I'm a little stressed. I didn't
really
prep for this at
little
all, so
disappointed
everything
that
right
it
here
wasn't
was
already looked
improv.
at.
Which I'm not too bad.
Know, like why
but-
that one would take time to look at.
Honestly, like
it's like pretty.
I wish I could
Yeah.
improvise like this in every other court.
Say not to diss you at all, but I could definitely tell it wasn't
That's
as
just my
prepared
nature, actually, I know.
this time. As per your
Yeah.
usual. As per your usual.
No, thank you
Yeah,
for the
my
update.
prepared is pretty like.
I
stretched
did
out,
let that one
honestly.
slip through, so I
I'm
appreciate you.
assuming he's out. I can't
tracking
confirm
it.
that he's out, but like.
I don't think I did bad.
I-
though.
I-
I don't think you did bad. I just,
Wouldn't have been. So.
and I'm only basing that off of
Yeah, I
your
think we would have heard already because
previous.
they were like
Because I've
a lot of
been
Yeah, I
around
don't
you
think
for
it's
that.
happens.
waiting for the release,
Yeah.
like an
I
hour,
know
hour and a
I-
half ago.
I know I didn't.
Yep.
Probably would have figured it
lot
out
of
at that
people.
point.
It sucks not having a house right next to the apartment, right next to the courthouse. But damn, it's so nice to have the bank account.
And if they do say change this, all we got to do is just come down to Mission Road.
My bank account's gone away because I just got went in on that house up in Grapeseed, and now,
Yeah, it makes sense.
Cool. All right, appreciate you, Sebastian.
well, I
How much
take
was your house in Grapeseed?
it was about 200K, but we were also given 500K to Elephant.
Oh, you bought it from Elle. I went
Mhm.
boosting with her once. Yeah, we
I
did
always
4
forget you
boosts in
were
a
a
row.
criminal.
I was a hella criminal.
She was the first person who showed me around the city when I first came here. Like, I came here briefly and visited for like 2 days and then didn't
Yeah.
come back for like 6 months. A cop pulled me over for driving without a license and then said, "Here, Al, show her around the city," and left me with her. at Dodo.
I do that with people too if they're new.
Yeah.
I don't even know
I've
which
done that
cop
with a
it
ton of
was.
people.
I pay them like 2,000 and give them say I call it the tour fee.
That makes sense. Yeah, I've given cars away. I've given a scooter, and I've given a Oracle away.
I
usually
literally
give out cash away.
I literally didn't have an ID when I came into the city the first time. They didn't give me an ID.
Right, because you were visiting. That makes sense.
I guess so, but like, I don't know. I wasn't intending to just visit, right? It was. I didn't have an ID.
You were.
I was not
Did
given.
you forget to check the box for like citizenship or versus like.
No, they just didn't give it to me. Just didn't get it. So I had to go get one from the courthouse afterwards, but I nearly got in trouble. I was like, I just flew in a few hours ago. I'm so sorry. I assumed that I just, that my ID was assumed or something because I didn't have it on me. It wasn't in my apartment.
Listen, I agree that Happy's not good for her and that they shouldn't be together. But
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of people on duty that like aren't in our shift right now. It's kind of weird.
Like who?
Jake's has been coming around really early.
Kozlov,
yeah,
oh,
Kozlov's
look,
first
Kozlov.
Trader, Jack Ripley, or not Jack Ripley, sorry, Jack Davenport.
Davenport's around?
That's
Davenport's
late for
around.
him. Holy shit.
Yeah, Davenport usually isn't around for, what time is it?
4 hours, 5 hours, more than that.
Yeah.
Might be
I'd
because it's
say like
September.
closer to 6 or 7 hours from now.
Probably because it's September.
Felt very disoriented when I woke up in the hospital.
Yep, Scarlett's toasting Sebastian right now.
Yeah, this is going to be really I think he's going to end up with the tiny room up in Grapeseed. It's going to be hilarious. It looks like a jail cell. Just had somebody touring the house while he's putting it together. And he said, this is the most depressing room I've ever seen.
What are you talking about?
I've got a house, just got this house up in Grapeseed with Scarlett. And
okay.
I'm renovating it right now to have 4 bedrooms in it. And so it's my room and then Scarlett's room. There's a common area and then there's 2 bedrooms where like the living room would typically be, sort of. In a standard live, laugh, love sort of layout. The 4th bedroom is very, very small.
Is that for Burge?
Yeah. It was going to be, we were going to make Alicia and him roll for it or something like that. But I think he's just going to end up with it.
Sorry, I'm eavesdropping. She's not wrong. Holy shit! I never thought I'd agree with Scarlet Winters.
Yeah, no,
but you're right.
Scarlett's really upset about it. She's really upset.
Oh, Scully, let me pull you for a sec.
All right.
So I'm gonna go pretty hard on Sonny, by the way, for his comments after the fact. I didn't really go into too much detail, but I said to him, "Hey, listen, you know what I mean? Like, when there's people that are employees of the state, especially a state attorney, we should probably not do that in front of a suspect, threatening them with accomplice."
Yeah.
And his response was like, "Oh, well, listen, like I'm just doing what the scene lead said." And I'm like, "Well, but you're the one who said it, right?" So, and he didn't even you said it. He said it nicely, but he was like, "Hey, if you do that, I'm going to arrest you for accomplice." And it's like, no matter how you word that, you're still threatening another state employee over something that you don't even know what the charge clearly means. Because there's no way you could articulate that Sanders is an accomplice because he was set off to do that. That does not make you an accomplice to the crime of vandalism. That is absurdity and would never stand up in this courtroom. So one, I'm going to push for him to fucking learn the difference between accomplice, accessory, because I don't think he understands the charges thoroughly. And number two, the comment of control your Sanders to me.
Yeah,
as I was walking
that's
away,
stupid. That's so stupid.
that is just
it's just
disrespectful. And you know what I
disrespectful.
said to him? I said, don't fucking tell me what to do. And I walked away. I mean, this is the guy that's on duty 90% of the time and just rides around on a fucking bike. And when he's asked to hop into a car because there's been multiple 13 alphas, he says, no, I'm going to stick on bike patrol when we have 9 units around. So in my opinion, the guy just likes to start shit with people and not be respectful. So I have zero patience for him. So I am going to be pushing pretty hard on it, especially for the disrespect to me saying control Sanders. I was pretty annoyed at it yesterday, but I've had some time to think about it. I'm still annoyed. It's just petty bullshit, and I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just petty stuff.
And just don't, if you want to threaten to arrest her, pull her aside. Say, hey, if you do that, if you post that, I'm going to push charges on the docket. Don't do that in front of a suspect to a state attorney. Like,
yeah, it's
quite
it's
simple.
basic decorum.
It is. I think it's unprofessionalism. Or unprofessional to do something like that in front of a suspect and other officers. You're belittling somebody who holds a position of, government. I think that's it's not like she's on a scene fucking trying to uncuff somebody. Like threatening to arrest her then is completely different. We're talking about a simple photo in a scenario that's very lax, right?
Mm-hmm. And the entire atmosphere of that was already jovial. Let's stand around and haha tusk at this guy for getting caught doing this, and then he flips it on to that.
I agree. So going to Bloom about it is going to be useless because he was there.
Yeah.
So I'm debating on how I want to handle it.
I'm really hoping that he doesn't end up being our new lieutenant. I'm sort of afraid of that.
I like Bloom, but I do think he just struggles a little bit with balance sometimes.
Yeah.
And what I mean by balance is like, he can be very like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to follow through with that. And he needs to be receptive to other opinions. Bloom is one of my good friends, but, and then I also went to Jimbo about it, and I love Jimbo, but he's just, as he says, he's a morale corporal. So, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know, I brought it to Luca. I'm debating if I just leave it at Luca or should I get PBSO corporal involved?
I don't know. You could try talking to Kurt. If you want to bring it to PBSO corporal. He tends to take stuff like this pretty seriously.
I'm just going to email Luca and make sure he's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want Luca to feel like I'm circumventing him. I think it's important he knows as like the person who oversees the state attorney office.
Yeah, because I mean, you brought it up to him first, and it's gone. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. Just let him know.
Yeah, and like I talked to Jimbo about it, right? And like Jimbo like was like, "Yo, I'm on a call. I'll hit you back." And like he didn't even like hold on one second. I don't even have a fucking hot response to them. We can't even hold them.
Wait, who? Huh?
I just added a judge. They haven't wrote back to our hut request, and we're currently at a bail hearing, and if bail's denied, we won't be able to hold the accused much longer. They haven't responded to Lily or Georgina's hut request. DOJ's been, I don't know.
DOJ
They haven't even wrote
hates
back to my
us.
plea. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
Do you think we should head back up there?
Yeah, we can.
She's still deliberating?
Hey, Kitty.
It blows my fucking mind. Out of everyone in the city as an
in my
attorney,
bail hearing.
they should know
Jeez,
that
yeah, I
I'm
want to go
not
see
going
if you guys were at jail because I heard about everything.
To overly punish
Said you
them.
guys might be up here.
I'm not a cop.
What'd you hear?
I'm not Wrangler. I'm not fucking Pred.
Am I allowed to say it here?
Yeah.
I try to be. Yes, if not
Did
even
you
more
murdered
than
somebody
Pred,
because you're a
especially in my
pescatarian?
There have been times in cases where we've asked for
Well, you have right.
sentencing. I've asked specifically to lower the sentence. Like,
Isn't a pescatarian some kind of food?
there are cases that I've
still
requested,
vegan,
like
man. I've never eaten fish.
that everyone.
Well, Pierce
everyone in
said
my
that you
unit
were eating
requested
fish and
for
then
it
you
to be
murdered
vet
somebody.
I did not eat a fish.
But things like this, just
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Because I remember a kind of a similar conversation.
I didn't eat a fish.
Well, was it not a fish or was it something else? Maybe.
Maybe I need to start thinking.
She has never touched meat at all.
He needs to be
I don't know,
locked the fuck
man. I
away
recall
forever,
a particular
or, you know,
conversation.
die of natural causes.
Well,
And then
for
she
as much
needs to
like
actually.
murdering or whatever he's done, he hasn't been caught.
I don't believe that.
Well, I'm saying to
Yeah,
you that
it hasn't come
her,
together.
her fucking, she is never gonna get better until he's out of the picture.
Yeah, you're gonna give her a clean sheet and shoot a fish.
What? No, I didn't.
I did not eat a fish.
Continue to get worse. That's
My
what I'm saying.
goodness.
Yeah, she
She
hates
shot a
fish.
fish just to watch him die.
No, I didn't.
This could also be the wake up call.
What kind
Oh,
of fish
yeah,
was
she
it?
really looks
Come
like she's
back to
waking
being
up,
herself. You
dancing.
can't judge
Not,
like
no fish.
I'm
just
judging
20
a person.
minutes in the courtroom.
Did you at least put it in the freezer or
This is
something
the
so
most
we can
important
eat it
20
later?
minutes of her life.
No!
And she is a
Yeah,
psycho.
see, that's what I'm
she's
talking about. She
dancing
should have saved
to
it
the
for us.
to a first in a first
She's
degree.
really kind of honest.
Like she's out of it. I don't even think she understands.
Have you heard about the car/dog yet? I do hope they're not doing it. Everything's going away because there's dog adoptions. I don't know. I feel like everything's going away on the dog. I don't really want the dog anymore because everything's going away.
We
The
might be
car,
away.
I'm
This
not
is
hearing
her
anything.
This is her first bail hearing, so
Okay, I'm gonna go take a quick nap then because I'm having head issues.
I'll see you in a minute.
Guys, I'm rebooting my computer so we can have music.